My name is Chris Goodrow, and welcome to my podcast. On this day of August 22nd, 2012, we will be interviewing Mr. Steven Rosenberg, owner of Perfect Pitch Concepts here in Athens, Georgia. Now, Perfect Pitch Concepts is related to my future field in that they provide marketing plans and strategies for small businesses, both local and on a national level. Mr. Rosenberg, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession?
The visual arts inspire, facilitate creativity, and help us envision a future where anything is possible. In my profession, visual arts play an important role in helping me formulate solutions that take into account immense amounts of diverse information and scope it into creative, interdisciplinary solutions. The human brain is the most powerful force in the world, and visual arts help unlock its potential.
With new communication and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry? Please provide an example.
Imagery is highly important to telling a story. One need look no further than a biting political cartoon to see how powerful it can be. It should not be, however, a substitute for telling a story. So on the whole, imagery helps people grasp complex issues more readily, but typically at the expense of a more in-depth look with proper context. In my profession, imagery is key to conveying the value proposition of a particular brand, so images matter a lot. When coupled with actual copy, i.e. the context, it is additionally powerful. On the whole, I'd say it's a wash as we see more and more people getting their information through convenient image-based narratives. As the brain functions in a similar way, it can be almost too successful, or at any rate, certainly manipulative. I like how Oyster.com compares the imagery used by vacation resorts to pictures actually taken at the resorts. The resorts painted a picture that wasn't reality. They certainly are in their rights to project the best image of themselves, just like we do when we choose the best photographs to share online. People just need to realize that just because we have infinite information, that doesn't mean we've got the information that we need.
Mr. Rosenberg, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled through the entertainment industry?
Good question. It seems we have a preponderance of stock or file media that gets constantly reused. Whether it's an overweight people walking down the street, machines making things, attractive people laughing, all that works to reinforce frameworks in our brain that contribute to how we perceive the world. It's cliche but true that young, typically blonde, and beautiful is everywhere. They say our biggest world export is our culture, and that apparently Marilyn Monroe is our most successful product. Go figure. Go Marilyn.
That's so true. Are there any particular images that this industry has popularized and or created?
Sure, all the way back to cigarettes and women using Hoovers. Of recent vintage is Mad Men's repopularization of white-tailored dress shirts and martinis. I drank martinis before Mad Men, but I wouldn't be surprised if I unconsciously wear more white shirts because of it.
And who is one of your favorite artists or your favorite style of visual art?
I love anything unique, which is what I love so much about visual art. You're getting a one-of-a-kind glimpse into someone's mind. Ideas and emotion and talent all come together and a story is told. Part of that story is two worlds colliding, and you're experiencing that art wherever that may be. I typically favor watercolors, beach scenes, and sometimes mixed media. If there's something I love, regardless of the cost, I consider it priceless. Of course, that doesn't mean I wouldn't sell it for the right price, though.
Of course. One last question. How has your knowledge of famous artwork influenced your creative process?
I don't consider myself overly knowledgeable about art. I regrettably never took an art history class in college, for example, but I've done a lot of traveling and grew up in a family that appreciated art, so I definitely have some familiarity. It's hard to quantify, but art has definitely had an impact on my job and my productivity, and I use it differently based on location and time. If I'm trying to relax, my glass fish piece from Prague reminds me of the ocean and my happy times traveling abroad. If I'm in the work zone trying to get stuff done, a similar piece might help inspire some bout of inspiration or creativity. All in all, definitely appreciate the role that visual arts has in my life.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rosenberg, for your time. We appreciate all your answers here today. And thank you all for listening to my podcast. Again, this is Christopher Goodrow with a podcast for art history at Full Sail University. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Steven Rosenberg of Perfect Pitch Concepts in the area of internet marketing. Thank you very much.